I'm sitting at my desk, the glow of my trading monitors casting shadows across the empty apartment, our dog Rusty curled up at my feet. It's been 2.5 months since Sarah left, ending our 7-year relationship after a fight that spiraled out of control. At 30, I'm haunted by the silence she left behind, my days a blur of work and regret. I threw myself into my business and day trading to build a future for us, marriage, kids, a move back to our home state. But it wasn't enough. She was my woman, my home, and now she's gone, driven away by an argument about her TV habits and the talent she never pursued. We barely talk now, just short, strained calls about Rusty, but mutual friends say she misses me, that she doesn't rule out working things out. I don't want this to be over, not at all, but I'm caught between hope and despair, wondering if she'll ever come back. Beneath the pain, a quiet anger simmers, not at her, but at myself for pushing too hard, and maybe at her for walking away. I want her to see what she's left, even if revenge won't bring her home. We met 7 years ago when I was 23 and she was 22, both fresh out of college in our small hometown. Sarah was a whirlwind, stunning with a laugh that could light up a room and a talent for art that left me in awe. Her sketches, tattoos and hair designs were gallery-worthy, but she never saw it, always doubting herself. I was ambitious, starting my own tech repair business, dabbling in day trading, dreaming of a secure future. We fell hard, spending nights stargazing, planning a life together, marriage, kids, a house back home. 2 years in, we moved to a new state for my business, a leap we took together, our love strong enough to weather the distance from family. The first 6 years were good, not perfect. We fought sometimes about money, about where to spend holidays, but we always came back to each other. Sarah worked part-time at a salon, her creativity shining in the tattoos and hairstyles she crafted, but she'd come home and sink into the couch, scrolling her phone or binge-watching reality shows. I didn't mind at first, we all need downtime. But as my business grew and trading consumed me, her lack of drive started to grate. She was so talented, capable of building a career as an artist, but she let it slip, content with TV and social media. I'd nudge her to pursue her art, offer to fund a studio, but she'd shrug, saying she wasn't ready. Our last year was rough. I dove deeper into work, pulling 16-hour days to secure our future, savings for a wedding, a house, kids. I wanted to move back home to give us roots, but Sarah seemed stuck, her days blending into a haze of Netflix and TikTok. It frustrated me, not the TV itself, but the way it buried her potential, especially when I was grinding to make our dreams real. We'd argue about it, small spats at first, but they grew sharper. I'd snap, saying she was wasting her talent. She'd fire back, calling me controlling, saying I didn't get her. I regretted it every time, but the tension built a wall between us, and the end came 2.5 months ago during a fight that got out of hand. It started small, me asking why she'd spent another day watching TV instead of sketching, her rolling her eyes. But it escalated, old resentments spilling out. I said she was throwing her talent away, that I was killing myself for our future while she did nothing. She shouted, "I've had enough, Mason!" Her face was a mix of hurt and resolve. She packed her bags, called her sister, who flew out to help. By the end of the week, Sarah drove back to our hometown, leaving me and Rusty in an apartment that felt like a tomb. Now, our talks are brief, mostly about Rusty. She'll text to check on him, but it's cold, distant. Mutual friends back home say she misses me, that she talks about me with a softness they didn't expect. When they ask if we could work things out, she doesn't say yes, but she doesn't say no, leaving me clinging to a thread of hope. I don't want this to be over. She's my everything, the woman I saw as my wife, my home. But I'm torn, wondering if I pushed her too far, if she's gone for good. The pain is a constant ache, but beneath it, anger stirs. Not at her heart, but at her choice to leave, at the way she let our dreams slip. I want her to see what she's lost, to feel the weight of walking away. Not a cruel revenge like bad-mouthing her or cutting her off from Rusty. No, I want something subtler, something that'd make her pause. I imagine sending her a letter, months from now, not to beg, but to share my growth. I'm building the life we planned, Sarah, but I'm doing it for me now. I hope you find your spark. Or maybe I'd post a photo online, me back home, and captioned, "Roots run deep, even when you start over." I know she'd see it, and it'd sting even just a little, that I'm not the man she left behind. The thought brings a fleeting thrill, but it's not enough. Revenge isn't about hurting her. It's about proving I'm more than the fight that broke us. I grab my notebook, the one I've been scribbling in since I started my business. Writing has been my outlet, a way to untangle the mess in my head. I've dabbled in stories before, crafting suspenseful tales inspired by the thrillers I read to escape. But tonight I need something different. I start a new story, not a letter to Sarah, but a fictionalized version of this pain. A way to turn my hurt into something I can control. I call my character Nate, a version of myself, but stronger, more self-aware. In the story, Nate's partner leaves him after a fight about her untapped potential, their dreams fracturing under the weight of mismatched priorities. But Nate doesn't cling. He rebuilds, quietly, methodically, becoming a version of himself that shines brighter than ever. Nate's revenge isn't loud, it's strategic. He doesn't beg his ex to return. Instead, he moves back home, grows his business, finds peace. He sends her a single anonymous gift, a sketchbook with a note. Your talent deserves a chance, so do you. He builds a life so vibrant it overshadows her absence, sharing glimpses online that he knows she'll see. Him, with family, laughing with new friends. The suspense builds as she grows restless, haunted by his silence, by the life she could have had. She tries to reach out, but Nate's moved on, his number changed, his heart no longer hers to break. He doesn't destroy her. He lets her own regret do the work, watching from a distance as her new path feels emptier than she expected. My pages fill, each word a release for my anger, my regret, my need to be seen. Hours pass, the apartment quiet except for Rusty's soft snores. I close the notebook, exhausted but lighter. Writing Nate's story isn't just therapy, it's a mirror, showing me I'm stronger than I feel right now. I don't need to send Sarah that letter or post that photo. My revenge is in my resilience, in building a life that proves I'm enough without her. I glance at Rusty, his tail twitching in sleep. Tomorrow I'll take him for a walk. Keep working, keep hoping, but for me, not just her.